Hello everyone, welcome to the English class. Today we shall start a new lesson and the name of the lesson is Bird Watching. Lesson number 5. I suppose I've done my bit. It's now up to you, younger people. These are the words of Salim Ali, the birdman of India. He was a famous ornithologist. Ornithologist is a person who studies or is an expert on birds. In this lesson, we shall learn about Salim Ali and some of the facts about birds. Salim Ali lived from November 12, 1896 till June 20th, 1987. Let's watch this video.
Salim Ali was an average student in school. He left college and spent the next 10 years in Burma as a partner in his brother's timber and wolfram business. Most of the time in Burma, he would be observing birds and wildlife. When the business collapsed, Salim Ali came back and got a job as a guide lecturer at Mumbai's Prince of Wales Museum in 1927. After 2 years, he decided to study ornithology at the Berlin University Zoological Museum. When Salim Ali returned to Mumbai a year later, his guide lecturer's post had been abolished. There was no chance of working for the government either, because he did not have a college degree. Salim's wife, Tehmina's family, owned a small cottage in Kihim, a coastal village to the south of Mumbai. The young couple moved there. Kihim was green and full of birds. This kept Salim Ali occupied with his favorite hobby. Don't take a job, Tehmina advised him, if you can't enjoy it. In 1930, Salim Ali went to the BNHS with a proposal to study Indian birds systematically, which had never been done before. He did not want a salary, only expenses for these ornithological surveys. For the next 20 years, he roamed the subcontinent studying birds from Kutch to Sikkim and Afghanistan to Kerala, weaving history, ecology and geography into his description of birds and their habitat. In 1941, he published The Book of Indian Birds, the first of many more books to come. It was an instant success, and its royalties enabled him to repay his old business debts. By 1960, the man who had once been rejected for a government job for want of a degree was guiding PhD scholars. Salim Ali helped the development of ornithology in India. Although recognition came late, he received several honorary doctorates and numerous awards. He was awarded Joy Gobinda Law Gold Medal by the Asiatic Society of Bengal in 1953. He received honorary doctorates from the Aligarh Muslim University, 1958, Delhi University, 1973, and Andhra University, 1978. In 1967, he became the first non-British citizen to receive the gold medal of the British Ornithologists' Union. Salim Ali's writings and awards brought him large amounts of money, but he kept very little for himself, liberally handing out scholarships and grants to needy students. Salim Ali donated his 1976 Paul Getty Wildlife Conservation Prize worth $50,000 to a conservation research fund at the BNHS. Writing letters was one of Salim Ali's passions. The setting up of the Bharatpur and Karnala bird sanctuaries, the decision not to destroy Kerala's Silent Valley for the sake of a power project, and many other similar measures were due to his powerful letters to prime ministers and forest officials. Salim Ali also loved motorbikes. In 1950, he shipped his massive Sunbeam 500cc motorbike to Sweden. With his luggage strapped behind him, he roared into an ornithological conference in his bike, startling the other delegates. After the conference, he rode through Europe, meeting friends and watching birds. In France, Salim Ali was injured in a collision with a speeding truck. But the next morning, he got out of his hospital bed and repaired the bike himself. Head bandaged, he kept a lunch appointment later that day. Until he was 87 years old, Salim Ali conducted major expeditions.
Now let's read the lesson. But before we start, you shall also take your book, point your finger at every word and read along with me. Bird watching. Bird watching is a very interesting hobby. One person who made it quite popular was Dr. Salim Ali, or the Birdman of India. He was extremely fond of birds. He traveled all over the world studying different types of birds. He fought very hard to save birds from hunters who shot them for amusement. He gave the world a lot of information about different birds. Did you know that the tallest bird in India is the Sarus crane and the smallest is the flower pecker? The largest bird in India is the great bustard. The national bird of India is the peacock. Here are some very interesting facts about birds. The common crow is considered as one of the most intelligent birds. The tailor bird actually sews together leaves with cobweb threads or fine grass to build its nest. The hummingbird makes a humming sound by flapping its wings. A bird uses its beak for eating, fighting, and nest building. Would you like to discover some bird facts too? All you need is a pair of binoculars, a notebook, pencil, and lots of patience to take up bird watching as a hobby. So, are you ready for it? Now let's watch some beautiful and famous birds of India. different types of beaks. So here children, you can see pictures of different birds with different types of beaks. All these beaks are used for eating, fighting and nest building. In this lesson, we learnt about Salim Ali, the birdman of India, Sarus crane, which is the tallest bird in India. The smallest bird in India is the flower pecker. The great bustard is the largest bird in India. Peacock is the national bird of India. The common crow is considered as one of the most intelligent birds. To build a nest, the tailor bird sews together leaves with cobweb threads or fine grass. The hummingbird makes a humming sound by flapping its wings. A bird uses its beak for eating, fighting, and nest building. We come to the end of the lesson, bird watching. I hope the lesson is very clear to you all. You will watch the video again and practice reading along with me. So that's all for today. Thank you and have a nice day.